Breathe in, move, listen. Invite Jesus to your space. Hello and welcome to a shorter Yin Yoga practice. Today will be very gentle, relaxing, but at the same time we'll be going really deep into the hips. We'll focus on releasing any tension or stiffness out of your glute muscles, your hip flexors, which always seem to pull onto that back pain that we may be experiencing. So it will help release all of that. All you need is your mat, maybe a couple of blocks or blanket, bolster to make those adjustments in our yin practice to make it comfortable. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and start into the center of our mat. Roll the shoulders down and away from the ears and start to ground down with presence of breath. If it feels safe, close down your eyes and allow yourself to feel that breath just move in and out of the heart space. Connect to your heavenly home while away on this earth. Soften through the breath and set your intention for your practice today. What is the intention that you stepped on your mat to follow today? Is it specific? Have you already chosen it? And if you need something to focus on, today I will be focusing on the idea of sometimes we know that Christ is here, we know that He loves us, but sometimes it's hard to feel in that present moment, feel that He is here. So inviting His presence to the mat, allowing the mantra, maybe even I am here, for our brains to be able to process that He is here. 我在这里. If you're using mantra, sacred ancient sound of Mandarin Chinese, 我在这里. So when you're ready, go ahead and bring it all the way to the side of your mat. We'll take our hands behind the thighs, give a little bit of a seated cat-cow to stimulate the spine, get good blood flow to the brain. So tuck the chin to the chest. On your inhale, reach up high to the sky, open the heart, and then round down, chin to the chest. So do a couple of these, whatever feels good to open up the spine. And then when you're ready, maybe give a little windshield wipe with the knees, open the hips. And let's start to strengthen our back a little bit. If we're ever suffering from sciatica or a slip disc, this is a great practice to strengthen the spine, come all the way to your belly, and allow yourself to ground down to the earth. We could take a Sphinx pose here if this feels right. Press down in the palms of the hands, the forearm, untuck the toes. Start to pay attention to the sensations of your body and watch your thoughts here. Give yourself the ability to be still and present with your breath, your mantra, your sacred sound. I am here. 我在这里. And if this is a little too much on our spines, if we're really suffering from some low back pain, we may even choose to be down into a baby cobra. And we may not just be holding, but we might start to rise and fall with the breath, allowing our spine to start strengthening and doing the work. As we find this movement of breath, this gliding sensation, try not to tighten up the glute muscles, try to work from the spine itself, and allow that sensation of the discs to come back and forth, gliding softly and smoothly. If there's one that has slipped out, this is a beautiful posture to be able to bring it back in to where it belongs. Now, if you'd like a little bit more sensation and you want to hold this yin posture, you can start to come up into where the stretch of the spine feels right. If this is too high or uncomfortable for you, listen to your body, make good choices. Come down to the posture that fits you best in this particular moment. So whichever variation or version that you have chosen, close down the eyes, connect with breath, sacred sound of mantra or ancient sacred sound of Mandarin Chinese, 我在这里, speaking it over and over in the mind to raise the vibrations in the body, to allow our minds to have rest, because it cannot conceive of another thought but the mantra that it's consuming and experiencing. We just have a couple more seconds, a couple more breaths So stay with it and notice how you're feeling. How is your body letting go? Beautiful job. Follow that exhale nice and slow. Start to release the body down towards the earth. And from here, the back might be dull and achy, so press the palms into the hands. We'll find a neutral spine and tabletop. Shine the light through the crown of the head. You may choose to wiggle out the wrists if that feels good. And if you're ready to come back into the counter pose, go ahead and sink back into your child's pose. You may choose to rock side to side. Just fill the space of what feels comfortable. Get out of the thinking mind and into the feeling body, and give your body exactly what it needs. Good. Our next posture will be our butterfly posture or diamond pose. So come to the center of your mat. So the point here is to find your two sitting bones, ground them down into the earth. If this is uncomfortable and we're starting to slide forward, we may choose to put a blanket underneath our hips to allow us to rotate those hips up and lift a little bit higher, or a block. And if this is a little bit too close, you can take it out further into your diamond posture and work into this space of the glutes. So this will be more into our glutes here. Butterfly pose will be glutes, inner thighs, into those seat pockets of the hips. Whatever posture you choose is exactly where you need to be. So pay attention to your breath. Pay attention to your body and your mind as you close down your eyes. And be the watcher of your thoughts in this space. Stay here in this asana for just a couple of minutes. Starting to let go and surrender, inviting the breath into your practice, that lifeline to our heavenly home while away on this earth. And if the mind starts to wander, this is a beautiful time to put mantra into your practice. To allow yourself to hear that intention over and over in the mind. It may be your personal mantra, it may be, I am here, over and over. So the mind cannot think of another thought but what it's experiencing right now of joy and bliss. And if it's the ancient sacred sound of Mandarin Chinese to raise your tonal vibrations, 我在这里 我在这里, over and over in the mind. Softening the body, softening the face, 我在这里. Breathe into the space. Allow the body to surrender in stillness, in peace, in relaxation. You're doing a beautiful job. Just keep breathing. Allow yourself to follow your mantra, the ancient sacred sound, and stay with the breath. Our bodies may start to fight us to want to come out of the posture, but try to stay with me. If it's not electrical, sharp shooting pain, sit through the discomfort and find the joy in the journey. Good, you did such a good job. Let's gently start to come up. Bring the knees together. We'll feel really good on your hips. And we'll windshield wipe the knees from left to right. Take those feet as wide as our mat. Add a little bit of movement here for your hips. And then from here, we'll move into our next yin posture, which is our fire log or log stacking pose. So we'll start to get a block or anything that you need for extra support or height. And we'll allow us to stack the one foot right on top of the knee and find this beautiful triangle space and start to see how we can release this knee down towards the other leg. Now, if you're feeling ready and open, we can bring the armpits up and over the shin bones and start to reach for the floor below. But wherever we are is exactly where we need to be. If we need to be up here for safety and just start working this 2 sitting bones down into the earth, close down the eyes if it feels safe, and go inward to find the release of tension here. Breathe deeply and allow that body to just relax over top of your legs. We'll stay in the center for just a little bit, and then we're going to add some reaches to the side to go a little bit deeper into different areas of your glutes. But for right now, stay center, stay present with your breath. Breathe in, breathe out, and invite Christ to your space as you inhale. Find this internal connection with your breath, your mind, your spirit, as if He is already here. Breathe through the discomfort and find joy in the presence that He is here. I am here. 我在这里. Finding that ancient sacred sound to give the mind rest, hearing it over and over and over. And as the body starts to surrender and release, make tiny micro adjustments to soften a little bit more with every breath that you take. Good. Just keep breathing and continuing to be the witness and the watcher of your thoughts. Step into the passenger side of the vehicle, your body, and let Christ be your guide. Just be aware when the mind begins to wander and keep it back into the mantra, the breath, or the intention. We'll go to one side, doesn't matter which side, because we'll go to the other one as well. Continue to reach and start thinking about the forehead, following down towards the knee. You'll start to feel a deep stretch, a different sensation through the glute muscle, and following up into the spine. Just notice it. Be aware to the sensations that your body is experiencing. Exhale nice and slow and start to transfer to the other side. Now, if this is a little bit too far of an extension or a release, you can stay up tall and release into the sensations of where your body needs to feel it. Notice the difference between the right and the left side of the body, if there's more restriction or more comfort. And see if you can recognize where those imbalances are coming from. That's the beauty of yoga, is being able to go inside and being fully aware of what's happening inside of our body to really feel. Not just let the mind take over and think, but to really feel. So come back to your center. Inhale, reach up high to the sky. Check in. And then we'll turn to the side if you've turned like I have. I want you to keep that foot on top of the knee into kind of a figure 4. And then we'll start to release the spine all the way to the earth. And we'll drop that knee, the outside knee, towards the earth, untuck the foot on the other side. If you've got that left knee out, the left ankle is on top of the right knee, and you're using a little bit of pressure from the left ankle to guide the knee down, letting gravity do a little bit of its work. So you can extend the right arm, or you can go into a cactus stretch here. and look over the right shoulder. So not only are we feeling it through the spine now, but we're feeling it really deep into the psoas, the hip flexor here. Oftentimes we're sitting over desks or driving, maybe even on a bike or hiking, skiing. This is a beautiful counter stretch to release the tension and stiffness or dis-ease in that particular area of your body. So at the same time, keep your elbows open so you can feel the open expansion of your chest, of your shoulders, and just stay with the presence of your breath. Deep belly breath in and a long exhale out. Remember, if it feels safe, close down your eyes and just be present with the breath, the mantra, the sacred sound to raise your tonal vibration. I am here, Wotsai Jali. So stay and enjoy the process of sound, of creation. The healing of sacred sound and mantra. Connected and tied with movement and breath. You're doing a great job. If the mind has wandered, come back to your mantra, your breath, sound. Wotsai Jali. Make sure you're breathing deeply into the body, into the belly itself, as you let go of tension in the lower body, the upper body. Deep belly breath in, and as you exhale, release the arms. We'll release the legs, ground the right foot to the earth below, and then maybe we take a little figure 4 to gently release the spine, feel the sensation of the glute, and then we'll come back up and take the fire log on the other side. So whichever one that is, go ahead and bring one parallel to the other. Find that triangle in the space. And then if you're all the way down, you start to release up and over the shin bones. You'll adjust this to your own level because our hips are all different. We'll have different flexibility in this moment depending on what you did yesterday, the day before. So wherever you are is exactly where you need to be. Sit up tall, lengthen through the spine. Maybe you start to press down through the knee. Or allow yourself to just soften, enjoy the sensations in the process of letting go, and to recognize the feeling sensation that Christ is here when you actually invite and you slow down enough to feel what's happening inside the body. Not just think, but feel. Breathe deeply with awareness, with loving kindness and presence, His presence. That He is already here. I am here. Wotsai Jali. Just stay here and enjoy the silence, this deeper internal connection with yourself, your mantra, your sacred tonal sound. Letting go of the shoulders, not to let them creep up into the ears, but to relax. Let go and send breath into the deep spaces of tension. Inhale fully. And exhale. Beautiful job. Continue to stay here with your body in this experience, in this moment. Whatever is speaking to you right now, be aware, don't attach, but listen to the sound of creation that you bring into the body. Maybe we start to reach to the left side of the body or the right, either one. We're going to do both sides. So start to allow your forehead to come down towards the knee a little bit deeper and just notice what you feel through the glute. Where do you start to feel the sensations through the back or the lateral side of the body? The intercostal muscles, all the spaces between the ribs. Just keep breathing. Keep experiencing. You're exactly where you need to be. Follow the breath. Don't fight it. Surrender to it. We'll slowly reach to the other side, reach to the other corner. Maybe you take a little bit higher. If it's stiff, remember we can always work from here and just allowing both of our sit bones to be grounded onto the mat, not lifting one hip up higher than the other. If the knee is still upward, that's okay. You could even put a block in between to help release the sensation of the hips so that you're not working the hip flexor, but you're allowing to soften through the glute, through the side of the body. So inhale fully and exhale. We'll come back to center when you're ready. And then bring yourself up to a seated posture. Arms will reach up. Take a deep breath in. And then release those arms. We'll go ahead and come over so we turn slightly to that figure 4. The right ankle now is on top of the left. And then we'll start to release the spine down into the earth. When we're ready, we'll take the right knee and start to travel it to the right side of the body. Untuck the left foot. And then allow the hip, that gravity of the right foot, just kind of gently press into the left knee. This is where we get to choose the variation of our arms, whether it's an extended arm looking over the left shoulder, or we're going into cactus arms to open up the space of the chest and the heart. Whichever variation you choose, try to look over that opposite shoulder, that left side, close down your eyes. And allow the knees, the feet to be heavy, melting into the earth, into this gentle, relaxing twist. Open your shoulders and follow the breath, that vibrational, tonal sound of healing. Into your mantra, I am here, Watsai Jali. And just let the mind go, let it have rest. Focusing over and over on the sacred ancient sound, or whichever mantra you have come to your practice on your mat today. Watsai Jali. Trust it, live for it, breathe into it. You're doing a beautiful job. Don't fight it. Surrender to it. If the body starts to resist, melt with the breath. Slow it down and focus on the intention. Good, let's take one final inhale into the belly. And exhale, let it go. Notice how your body starts to relax deeper and deeper into this posture. Muscles giving in, letting go, the joints letting go, surrendering. Good. We'll gently start to come back to center. Release the arms next to the side of the body. Maybe you grab a little figure 4. Find out that dull, achy space into the sideways. And then let's give ourselves one more big hug, knees to chest. Roll out anything tense or tight. This would be a perfect time to go into free-form posture. Anything else that your body needs before we relax into our final posture, our Shavasana. This is giving our body the permission to completely relax and let go. Surrendering our body to the earth, into the mat below us, and surrendering to the space underneath the mat. Letting the eyes be soft and the sockets behind the eyes soft. Just feeling the breath move through your body slowly as you just let go. Feel the presence as you invite Christ to your space, as you let go of tension in the forehead and the brow. Open the ears to what is not said. Open the eyes to see beyond your natural eyes. Relax your jaw and your shoulders, your palms of your hands, whether they're upward for receiving or down for grounding. They may even be connected to the belly as you feel the belly with the breath become heavier and heavier, or even onto the heart space, connecting with the beating of your heart in your chest. Send that relaxation into the hips, into the thighs, the knees, even the space behind the knees. The heels heavy, the feet heavy as 2 rocks, flopping open. And if the hands are grounded, let the hands and the arms be heavy. Heavy, heavy. Spirit lighter, lighter. Stay with the same intention as we've held through the entire practice today. I am here. I am aware and present with my thoughts. I am aware and present with Christ. I can feel His presence inside, from within, because He is here. Hear Him say, I am here. 我在这里, and cultivate that sound in this moment as you stay here and gently breathe in and let go. Without rushing out of this space, just come back to the breath if it's time for you to move on with your day. Notice the noises, the sounds in the room, and the space of the sound outside of the room as you stay with your breath. Slowly begin to bring awareness back into the breath, maybe even the sensation in the fingers or the toes, back into the body. Aware of the presence that's running through every cell of your body. His presence, this beautiful lifeline to your heavenly home that guides you every day. That is here because where He is, He has promised that we will be also. So breathe it in as He prepares a space for you in His presence. Welcome small movements to your body. Roll over to one side of the body. Transformational fetal posture. Commit everything that you've seen and heard this day. Check in, or if it's time to move all the way up into the space of your mat to close off your practice today. Fill out anything tense or tight still in the body and give yourself the opportunity to stretch it out. to fill into that space. Before we take the biggest breath that we've taken all day, fill those lungs full of oxygen in cross-legged seated pose. Reach in here to listen. Pull that space down into the third eye to seek for truth, Christ's truth, and all the way into your heart to build on His love and His light, His foundation in the space of the heart, connecting the upper body and the lower body. Feel the gratitude within. Thank you for taking this moment out of your day and doing something good for your body, for your health, your mind, your spirit. Thanks for joining me in Christ-centered, peaceful Yin Yoga practice. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Namaste.